Welcome to the Dance Analysis channel.
Finally.
Yeah. Because I was catching him for 2 years.
Yeah, tried a few times and somehow
And of
our
course,
schedules.
we meet in Sarajevo. I can't believe this. I have a blitz fast question to you. It's for thinking 5 seconds. Okay. One partner you would never dance with again. Name.
Oh my goodness. Myself.
One teacher who scared you the most.
All of them.
The most talented dancer of the new generation. Who is it?
The new generation. Now.
Yeah.
Oh, It's difficult to say about the most talent. Let's say Austin.
Your biggest weakness, one word.
Perfectionism.
The biggest lie in dance sport today.
Generally politics.
Your most painful career mistake.
Split up with my partners.
Who is overrated in the modern dance scene?
Difficult questions. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we skip that question?
For sure. One thing you in about today dancers.
Just one thing, I have few. That they are young, they're still dancing, and they're healthy. So good luck and keep that.
Your most unpopular opinion about dancing.
Can I call a friend? Ask audience.
Yeah. So this question for you.
Unpopular opinion. I would say politics people don't like to speak about it, but it exists.
Last one. If not dance, what would you be doing today?
Acting.
Acting.
I wish to be an actor.
Today my guest is someone who simply cannot be described with one title, one role, or one story. Because his life is not the path of a champion, it is the path of a warrior. He won only one world title, and that was enough to enter history as a legend. He changed partners, changed countries, changed systems, but never changed one thing, his uncompromising standard. When he stepped onto the floor, the air around him grew heavier, not because he was perfect, but because he was real. His dance style, an example to follow, serves as an ideal for many generations of dancers. He went through highs and lows, personal battles, external expectations, injuries, operating tables, emigration, system changes, life changes. He survived an industry that rarely gives second chances, and still remained one of the most influential figures in the dance world. He was Richard Gere's dance double in Shall We Dance, and the central figure of the documentary Ballroom Dancer, where millions saw him not as an icon, but as a human being, strong, complex, fragile, alive. And today, he is sitting across from me, not to repeat old stories, but to speak about what usually stays off camera.
No filters, no protection, no dancing around the truth. Because behind this legend stands a man I've known since I was 15. A man with whom I lived through the madness of youth, the brutality of sport, and the transformation into adulthood. With all the scars, victories, and marks that come with it. Today, we are not talking about steps, or technique, or titles. Today we are not talking the price of talent, the price of ambition, the price of choice, the price of the body, and the price of what it truly means to be Slava Kryklyvyy.
Make yourself comfortable. It's gonna be honest. It's gonna be sharp. It's gonna be deep.
So we're going to main questions, which we can talk, discuss, you speak wherever you want. Be honest. Do you think you could have been a multiple world champion if you had been more disciplined?
I'm sure we could. Yes, I could. If I would be disciplined in a sense of, not to have a better relationship and sometimes to have a better communication, first of all, from my side. And again, my perfectionism led me into that different way of expressing myself, not in a nice way, and deal with the things just because I was so much wanted to have an ideal situation, ideal technique or whatever things. So I was not patient and I couldn't control my temper. So if I would discipline myself on that sense, would be a little bit more clever, I'm sure I could keep my partnership, and for sure we would be champions. And I don't know how many times, depends. But I think there was a possibility. But
That's the history already. Can you pick 4 who could actually beat you?
that time,
And
all the guys who was dancing next to us, there is a few guys which I competed with during amateur career and then in professional career too, who's been actually one of my idols too, like my rivals. And I would take guys more of, let's say, my generation.
give some names.
Franco Formica, of course, Dmitry Timofin. So these 2 guys, I really loved their dancing, and I was really looking, even though even it was during competition and they would dance in a hit before or whatever, I would watch them and get inspired. It's actually pushed me to be performing even better.
So it was motivating.
I used that to see, not on to distract me, actually the opposite. I was a little bit inspiring that.
So, why did you win only 1 world title? Politics, timing, or your own choices?
You mean the amateur one? Why only 1? Only 1 because we split. Why we won? Ask those judges. I have. But anyway,
But you have a possibility to stay, let's say, another 2 years easily and stay there. And
To be
make it,
honest,
like move stronger.
if I remember correct, our plan at that time with Joanne and our Amsterdam team, there was no plan to go for the 2nd year of amateurs.
So
because-
young when you turn to
Yeah.
professionals.
If I remember correct, that I think in UK, so we won in Miami world title. It was in September, beginning of
2000.
September, end of August, September. And our plan was, if we would win, we would move to a pro division already in January. UK. That was the plan. So we would not go for 2nd year.
So it was more about the decision, actually, to not go into another titles.
Yeah, we made it clear that one round was enough, and we would go to the pro.
What do you think about modern time when the, let's say, particularly in World Dance Federation, couple stays, not even
Or
3, 4, 5,
10.
Yeah.
It's every couple, it's their life, it's their career, and of course they have team of their coaches who they can make a decision, and depends on their choices. So of course everyone have rights to do whatever they want. But our career was rise quite quick. 1 year and 10 months from the beginning of partnership, we had a very quick moving to the top. So we won European. First we won European champion in February. Then in May we won Blackpool. And then in September beginning we won the Worlds. And there was no plan to split up. Yeah, there was no plan to split up. It just happened. Yes, there was of course troubles. There was some issues in the communication for sure. We had very intense times together, but as well, we was very young. And I was 2024. I just turned 24, and Joanna, I believe, 5 years younger, so she was 19. So,
Dude, she's the youngest, like, world champion, in amateur.
I'm not so sure, I don't know the...
Like 19.
Yeah.
You already win the title of
Yeah, we started together, I was 22, she was 17, so 1 year, 10 months. We got all these results, and then was no plan to split up, but because of these troubles in communication, and we was living in the same apartment. We never had relationship or as a private, but we lived together, we practiced together. Most of times in the studio, we was just alone, unless we have a teacher on the lesson. So it was very intense. Joanna is extremely intense in the training because she lives to dance. She don't need to have a food or whatever. She can just practice.
Yeah.
I do like practice as well, but not as much as her. So there was a lot of clash. So anyway, our Amsterdam team,
Isn't she influenced on your this perfectionism? Because you already said
no, I was a perfectionist
before that.
But
It wasn't multiplied.
100 times.
Oh, well.
100 times. So yeah, we had a very passionate relationships. Yeah, with the wrestlings between and the room balls and stuff. Yeah, after the Worlds, we had some 10 days, 2 weeks vacation. And then I come back to Amsterdam. We just clashed in the first half an hour we met. And that's led us to the meeting of the whole team, with the teachers, with the parents. And there we made a decision to finish. It was not planned. This was just
a decision.
Very, sudden decision.
You changed several partners. I know your career for longer being beside you as a friend. Were you chasing chemistry or chasing perfectionism with these partners? Why it happens But it is anyway somehow like breaking.
And every time was different things. Of course, what was driving me to dance with another partner was a different things as well. Too young, you draw in your head something perfect relationship, perfect partnership. But of course, every time you meet different problems, different situations, then you have to deal with it. And then on the way, you can deal it or you cannot deal. And sometimes I had advices from some of my teachers, and some advices was great, and some advices I should have not listened. You make mistakes too. Sometimes you listen because people give you advices, of course, because they are experienced people. They had their life, their career, and they see things from outside, and they give you advice, but your life is still your life. When you're young and not so experienced, sometimes you make drastic decisions, and then you kind of paying for.
It is also influenced our socialist background, because like on the east part of Europe, first of all, they have this huge respect to teachers, to all the people.
Which is a great thing, which actually I find nowadays young generation don't have even that respect for the information, respect to the teachers, what they give, and even respect and to cherish simple things and believe that this is great and important to believe in that. They hear the same things. They get used to the people, to the teacher. They get used to the information and the words teacher tell them. And then they don't have enough respect. And then that's why they don't do those things. And when you tell them, they think, oh yeah, but we know that.
But you think it is okay? Because as I understand, you commented, maybe some advices it was not needed to listen.
Yes.
It's anyway happens. So it is actually also influenced a lot on this certain decisions or what is happening to your life.
Yes, some decision, for example, like being advised to dance with someone. And then maybe at some point you didn't believe fully that it's a good thing, but you believe to the teacher and you go for it. And then you're like, shit, my instinct told me that maybe this was not the right things to do. But you listen because you trust it. But again, it's not the fault of the teacher. Teacher tried to give you your best advice of what they think, but then it's still your life and your.
So you need to trust your instincts?
Yes, I mean, everybody said you have to trust your instinct, but it's very difficult to find. Is this is an instinct or it's your brain, calculate your brain, wherever try to think and trying to be clever, and that as well can mislead you. So it's not easy.
Did you ever leave the partner for a reason that were not official? Because we have official reasons why we are leaving.
You mean that what the reason why I really wanted to split, but you say some other things? Not really, because I split personally, like with Joanna, we made a decision both. Because Joanna wanted to split if I don't change certain things. And I was, I guess, not ready to change. So she said then, okay, in this case, I prefer to split. And the same way I was. With Karina, to be honest, this was not really my decision. I didn't really want to. There was a spark of when the fight happened. I wanted to split. I was determined to, I'm tired and blah, blah. And she's the same. But after a few days, so I'm like, what the hell I'm doing? Are you stupid? It's so successful. Why would you split? And then, of course, I rethink and I calm down. But then she announced that she wants to split because we spoke a few years later. Nobody influenced on her decision. It just, she had enough of these fights and she just couldn't do it mentally to deal with me and all these problems. So she just was tired. So she said, I couldn't do it anymore. But I didn't want, but she already couldn't. So anyway, with Yelena, that was my decision. This was my decision. There was times that I regretted that I split with Yelena. Even though maybe it was not a perfect, like height-wise, maybe it was, because with Karina it was perfect. It's true. Don't need more, don't need less. It's just, with Elena, she was a little bit too tall. She's amazingly beautiful and graceful dancer. And actually, but some things was not enough for me at that time. But I saw some years after we split, I saw some of the videos of our second year of dancing, some performance, and I was like, oh my God, how we changed. And it was a great performance, but at that time I didn't see it. I just was concentrating on negative things which I was not satisfied with. And I didn't see the beauty which we created. When I saw it, but it was already some years past, because I never really watched my dancing because I always was too perfectionistic, and that's why I was never negative. So I never liked, I was too negative to myself, so I never really liked to watch myself.
Listen, nobody doesn't like his own video.
Yeah, I couldn't watch. Even now, sometimes I can watch a little bit, but I still see things which I would change. So anyway, I split with Yelena because of that. With Hanna, somehow I felt that this was couldn't match physically to dance together. We had a very good friendly relationship until now. It was very professional communication. We had some issues, some situation, but not so much. It was more, we was already more grown up people and more mature. And she's so experienced dancer, but somehow physically I didn't get what I was looking for. And then I decide, and then she decides. So we both mutually decide, actually, maybe we should stop and not continue. Then with Anna, if you watch the movie, all the bloody drama and stuff, I still didn't see the movie and I don't want to see that because I lived through that drama. I don't want to go back there. So I never watched the movie actually, but yeah, the drama, but it was again, not my decision, even though we split privately in that moment. But actually I did believe that our partnership can be developed even more and grow because we actually only danced together a year. So in 1 year, when a couple actually start to gel and start to find common grounds and to find things together and find the chemistry together, because when I watch back those performances, even in that 1 year, I do like it. And I believe that it can be good, strong partnership. Like with Karina, we done 5 years. With Anna, only 1 year. So I don't know how it could have been if we would dance 5 years. No, it's difficult to say. But I believe that it can be good. But Anna decided that she wanna split because her private life was more important. And that's the way she said that she wanna concentrate on a private life. So I had to make a peace with it and let her go because that was her decision. So it was against my will, but yeah. So anyway.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah. But there was never really a lie that I split for different reasons. I just say honestly. And I had some tryouts after Anna because I still had this urge to compete. I still wanted to perform and compete, but it didn't happen. And then lucky to have a second kind of life career with Karina as performing, not competing, but performing demonstrations around the world. And that was great experience.
What's the one thing you regret from your competitive career?
I would say that, yeah, split up with Karina. I would say this was the major break point. When that decline started. It's not respectful to Elena or Hannah or Anna. But I think, yeah, that moment was decline.
Yeah.
Personally, for myself.
What's something you achieved that people still don't give you enough credit for?
I don't have this ego. Yes, I wish to compete longer, even though I was already injured it started when I still danced with Karina, my injury. And of course, until 2010, until my last competition in 4 years, it developed. I had more limitations and pain, but I believed I still can have more years to go. I think I could compete another 5 years, for sure, 5-6 years, I believe. And I had energy and desire for that.
Wow.
But I regret that, it just didn't happen. It was obstacles. In the end, it was obstacles.
Do you think the modern champions would beat you at your peak, or would you destroy them?
I don't care. I wouldn't think that way because, again, I was not a professional world champion or black belt or this, but I'm quite satisfied for those years what I've done. I'm satisfied with my career, and I actually was always concentrating not on the results, I'm more on the quality of as a performer. Because there was always idols for me like Baryshnikov, Antonio Gades. These guys, they didn't compete. They didn't compete in competitions, but they become true legends. Baryshnikov still alive. This is legends. When people tell me, "Oh, you're a legend," for me, I feel too shy and I don't think it's the right things. Baryshnikov is a legend. Antonio Gades is the legend.
I was thinking to ask you, do you feel yourself as a legend?
No, I don't. I didn't grow to that level. On that level, they are. This is the true legend. We know
for our dance community.
Well, you see, first of all, it's not my place or an artist place to say I'm the greatest artist or I'm the legend artist. I'm not making this decision. If people say and think that way, good for me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate for that. But it's not my place to say. It's like I said, I don't think Picasso sitting in front of his canvas and he's saying, "I'm the greatest Picasso legend. Now I'm gonna create the piece of art." I don't think they think that way. Yeah. They concentrate on the process, on the journey of creating the vision.
Is there a moment you felt underrated in dance world?
I would not remember myself feeling that way, thinking that way. No, I was not concentrating on that. No, I don't think so.
Cool. If you had to describe your ego at 25 in the one word, what would it be?
Egoistic.
Not perfectionist, huh?
Well, both.
Always
both. For sure. You cannot kind of detach one from another.
Now, kind of political questions. Which organization do you think is more honest? WDO, WDC, or WDSF?
I don't think there is organization honest. It's about the people, because there is honest people in all three major organizations, and there is not honest people in three major organizations. It doesn't matter WDSF, WDC, or WDO. It doesn't matter you are a famous dancer or famous teacher or judge or you're not. It's not about that. It's about just a human being. Yeah, I would not be able to say where is more not honest people. I have no clue. But it's all organizations have both.
For
Plus and minuses. For sure.
For sure.
It's about just people. It's not about the organization.
Do dancers today train harder or just post more?
Nowadays, people do much more things for showing off. That's for sure. And those people who actually do train with the clear idea and what they want to develop, and they are quiet. They don't officiate these things. They concentrate on a journey or developing and they strategy, and not to show, oh, we do this or we do that, because it's a strategy. It's your strategy. I don't think the best boxers or tennis players will tell their secrets openly to the world, what they do in their training to develop their skills, because it's their strategy. They want to create the best what they can do. So it's a strategy which is a secret development. So it's not about showing up. And of course, they do show some stuff. So nowadays, because we have the social media, people do a lot. But I think generally majority of the couples don't train. It's not about harder. It's more clever way to develop things. It's not about amount of hours and amount of the kilojoule and what they spend and they practice. It have to be disciplined and structured.
Are modern teachers educate dancer or confuse them?
Both. There are some people confuse and ruin. Some people educate very well, and some people train people. So there is a different teacher have their own major priority, what they're good at, what they do. Some teachers can do different type of way of coaching, teaching, and they choose which is necessary now with this particular couple on today. And some people do confused and actually ruin what other people can do good, because there is many teachers, but how many teachers are really educated and experienced themselves? And it's not about being in the past good dancer. It's not about that. Some teachers never been a good dancer and never had a good result, but they are good teachers somehow.
For sure. I remember some stories like some top teachers in the past also, when the couple came and they said, you're good, but I will be not good for you because I can destroy it easily. But do modern teachers recognize that, what they can, let's say, more destroy it? Your opinion?
It's again generally difficult to say, because it's like so many teachers. And like I said, some teachers are great and some teachers are not. And they do confuse. So both.
What is the most overrated thing in the dance sport right now?
Overrated things now. Energy.
Yeah. Good point.
Energy, and more about visual look, and to maximize everything to be visual.
So it is like an outside picture. Yeah. What is energy for you?
Too complicate on that sense. I'm generally complicated teacher. Not complicate, but because I take it serious. And our style of dancing is fantastic. And it's maybe used to be more a social kind of type of dancing. Because there was a time, if you take many years ago, I remember back in Ukraine when I was even in university studying, and we had ballet dancers, we had a folk dancer, some contempt or some modern dancer, yes. They didn't had so much at that time respect to the ballroom dancers, because ballroom dancing, it was a low level of the dancing art. And the ballet was at the top, ballroom was on the bottom. And I always was a little bit frustrated about it. I said, guys, I'm very sorry, excuse me. What do you mean? Maybe you're good ballet dancers, try to do what we do. There is not that this one is more difficult and this is more easy. It's all to do good. It's have to be skilled. And if you're skilled, there, of course, there should be information, good skill, technique, of course, the mechanics and some artistic things. That's why I take it serious and I study myself. I still study with my teachers or outside of the dancing. And if we speak about the energy, come back to the energy things, the energy has a different type of things. One thing is my physical energy, another thing is, let's say, my emotional energy. It's the same, like a Wi-Fi and electricity. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It's something kind of abstract. We know it exists. It's somewhere in the air. Do we see that? No, we don't, but we know it exists. I mean, earthy energy and the universe energy. We already by now, we know it exists. But do we see? No. We somehow feeling it on subconscious level, but it's there. But electricity is something very touchable. So what I do with my muscles is very touchable. What I do with my emotions and my energy, what I can give, some positive and nice, or some arrogant, and we as well say, oh, this person have a very nice, very warm energy. We use the word energy, but it doesn't mean I'm doing something physically very active. Oh, I can be very lazy and passive, but I can be very on with my mental energy or with my visual energy, with my emotional energy. I can give a lot of nice vibes or not nice. It depends on the energy of opposite side. So energy is a very kind of
actor, 100%. It's very correct. But you play actually in the movie, right? Shall We Dance?
But I cannot say it was acting because I didn't do. I was just myself. I was just dancing. I didn't have to act. Karina Ines, she had the acting part. Even some words she had to say it and act. I didn't. I was as a dancer there, so I just had to dance with the main actress at some point, but I just had to dance. So not really act.
But anyway, you was being in a Hollywood movie there.
Yeah, it was a great and exciting experience because I watched how the actors work behind the scene. So I've seen how they've done that. And because what people see in a movie, just let's say 1.5 or 1 hour, 45 or 2 hours, what they see, but we saw all the process and how the actors getting into the mood, into the role, into the whatever, it was very interesting behind the scene.
What rule in our sport would you erase immediately?
People's ego? If it will be possible.
It's not only dancing.
It's just not possible. You can make a person knock out, but you're not going to erase the ego. But if it would be possible to reprogram some, would be nice.
Do you think judges today are more biased or more professional than before?
Yeah, I think it's less honest in judging nowadays. Less. Because...
So before there was more professional?
I would say before there was more concentration on the quality of the dancers and the quality of the dance. I would think more. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, because life becomes so much about financial, political kind of
a lot of pressures.
Yes. I mean, there is very often there is a lot of families. There is a lot of organizations. Yeah. My couple, not my couple. And the way of thinking, okay, you stand and judge and you think, if you don't help to the couples you connect, others will put them down. So who else can help? Of course you do. And that's how probably every judge thinking. So if I don't help my couples, who else will? And because like I said, there is an organization. These couples belong to this organization, then these couples belong to this organization. It's already start to kind of marking one way or another way. Belongs to the family or don't belong, loyal to the family, not loyal to the family.
Yeah.
Or it's just so many these kind of stones under the water, which we actually all pretty much know them. It's not, you don't need to be so clever nowadays. You just need to be in it and you understand what's going on. Sometimes you look at the panel and you pretty much can understand which way most likely situation will go. It's kind of predictable. People think that everybody clever and they do things and nobody will notice. It's transparent, pretty much transparent.
Very often,
yes.
Yeah.
And nowadays people as well, psychologically and everything much more educated because as well, maybe because of social media. Before when it was people never seen, we only had a TV, few programs on the TV and that's it. Nowadays through all that social media and different way of communication, you get so much information and there is a great educational some videos or podcasts and stuff which people watch. So now people psychologically much more developed, much more educated. They're not so like a blind kittens anymore.
Before was really better.
Yeah, because as well there was limitations in many things. So it was probably, like I said, would be more honest. Now it's everything a lot showing off.
What lie do dancers tell themselves more often?
Some people are just too perfectionistic and too negative to themselves, and some people opposite. The ego so much that they are, this is it. Even though there is a lot of issues in many things, but they're good liars, good actors. But again, you have to be very good an actor that you don't spot. Like Stanislavski said, I believe or I don't. But anyway, Elias, as well, I believe that now time dancers are trying to be clever themselves and involved in politics themselves too much. I remember, and I was sitting with some yesterday fellow coaches at the dinner table, and I just said to them one thing. I remember the best thing what the Amsterdam team did for me and Joanna at that time is that they isolate us from the, let's say at that time especially, London was a mecca of ballroom dance. It's still, but it's kind of spread out. It's not as like it used to be, like 30 years ago, because many people moved out to different areas in the world. But that time was really like a mecca. The best coaches and teachers was there. And of course, was a lot of politic things over the phone, let's say. After the day of teaching, people would communicate, the coaches, and communicate on the phone and do some maybe deals as well. And there would be rumors, oh, anyway, these teachers are protecting these couples because this couples is the main coach or main couple. So me and Joanna, we had no clue what happens outside of Amsterdam Ben Gobitz's studio. Ben Gobitz's a studio where we used to practice. We had no clue what happens in the world. Who is working, how many lessons this couple had with that teacher or with that teacher, or who is judging. I had no clue who is judging the competition at all. I had a zero of this kind of information. So I was a pure baby in my mind. I only knew what I'm practicing, concentrate on that quality, come to the competition, do the job, and get out. And this was the best years because you are not busy. And again, nowadays with social media and all these possibilities, see what's going on, hear what's going on. The kids have too much garbage in their head, and they're more busy with that and how to be clever and maneuver between coaches and make sure that they support and give you marks. Who we should book the lesson. Okay, let's book one lesson with that one. And when people, like, to be honest, like, it's not about the money, but when people book one lesson for me before, especially a major competition, 1 week or 2 weeks before the major competition, and I know they know that I would be on a panel. I mean, do they think that the coaches and the teachers are stupid? But the kids are thinking that they are so clever. They're going to come in that in one lesson, they're going to get more of those marks. And I'm like, I don't know, it's not a compliment to me. It's actually it makes me angry. And that's what I think they busy with things which they should not think about. If there needs some political thing to be done, if it's necessary, just make that your coaches do this. Concentrate on your dancing. And the best, just that politics would be not existing, but it's just impossible. It's just impossible.
Watch me.
It's impossible.
Next, what is the biggest fight you ever had with the partner, but all of your partners?
Fight. Yeah, we had some with Joanne. I mean, I had with Anna and Nicole. I remember this particular moment. How honest I should be?
Great.
Anyway,
Now or never.
I think it was in Anna. I'm really apologizing for being honest, but my friend asked me, and I cannot lie to my friend. And actually, I will put accent that I was more wrong, so no worry. But you started. Anyway, I think this was Bahamas. We was in Bahamas. It was Bahamas, the famous resort with Michael Jackson. They used to like to come always. I forgot now the name of, doesn't matter. And there was this Andrew Smart, his organization, they had these events, prom competitions, and he invites some couples to perform. And there was, I believe it was Maurizio and still Melinda, I think. Myself and Anna. No, Maurizio already with Andra. Me and Anna and someone else. So it was a rehearsal time. It was a rehearsal time. So we've done already 4 dances rehearsals. Then we did the last hour number, this gypsy number. And the structure of the floor, geometry of the floor was kind of like short side. It was the front line, and the long side was the kind of sides. And there was the stage. So it was not typical. And for that number would be better, more stretched sideways and not that. Anyway, we went to rehearse, start to dance the gypsy number, and we danced, and all the directions went a little bit wrong. We kind of mess up because of the geometry a little bit, the work, floor craft. So we finished the dance, and I said, Anna, can we please do it one more time? Because it didn't work, so we need to fix that. And she said to me, sorry, I cannot because I need to go already to the room to get ready to do makeup and stuff because I don't have enough time. We had enough time. It was about 4 hours until the show, but, women's stuff, you never know. It can take weeks. So anyway, so I said, no, Anna, first we're going to do rehearsal. We came to do our professional job. We do rehearsal. We have to reorganize. I know how to do it. We're going to quickly do. She said, no, I'm going. And she turned around and she started to walk away from me. And
You was pissed.
I was pissed. And first of all the program, like ladies, couples, Maurizio and Andra, all the couples are sitting there and we have this kind of situation. And she just walked away. And so I'm like, Anna, so I started a little bit raise my voice. I said, please come back. We need to do these things, blah, blah, blah. She walked away. I was boiling. Anyway, she left the building. I did rehearsal myself. So I rearranged. I arrange through myself. So I've done it. So, okay. But I'm walking to the room and I'm wired. I just like a balloon. Kapitan biju, короче. I come to the room and I start to scream my lungs off. How can you do like this in front of the people and do this unprofessional and do this thing and leave? And I see that she's pissed off too. I don't know why she's pissed off, and she said, oh, you knew she's going to be here. So anyway, I said, I don't know what you're talking about, but how could you just leave the floor? So I speak to her, I complained about that. She started to complain about that. I didn't know she threw at me the program and the program, and she showed me. And there is as a judge, Karina. And I didn't know that Karina will be there. And I don't know why journalists was an issue, but anyway, for Anna, it was an issue that Karina is there. I know you especially wanted to come here to see her, but I didn't even know that she would be there. I'm very sorry for honesty, but you asked me. So,
Right.
So anyway, so she's angry at me because of that. I'm angry at her because of the rehearsal. So she's fighting, she's screaming. So in the end, I grabbed her neck with my 2 hands and put it to the wall. And I think she started to try to beat me and push her over. So I grabbed her arms and kind of hold her like that. And so anyway, yeah, I was a little bit physical and I was wrong and she was wrong and I was wrong. Anyway, everybody was wrong. So
It was a mess.
it was a mess. It was a mess.
Wow. Yeah, I think we're all past kind of stuff like this.
And then the funny part, we come down. We don't speak, of course.
Yeah, you come down.
Yeah, we come down to ready with all the costumes to the place. I do my warm up. I'm kind of finishing her stuff, but we're not warming up together. We kind of separate. And the best things, like 10 minutes before, when we had to go on the floor, Karina comes and she's like, "Guys, it's so nice to see you. Have a good show." And she left, and I'm like, yeah, this was
And the show was okay.
Oh, actually, show went very well. Yeah, I remember.
Professionals.
Yeah, it was somehow we danced so good. It was passionate, emotional, physically on, energy. It was a great show. Yeah, but we had this kind of.
You have a show with the Anna in Japan.
No, in Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong.
No, in Japan was a Superstar 2010 show. It was about 10, 11th of August as usually. And the last show was end of September. 2 shows we did in Hong Kong. It was the last 2 shows. It's been already scheduled. And actually, because we had already this drama going on. And I tried, it was already we didn't see each other for 5-6 weeks after the Superstars. And she kind of was already making her decision to go for Justin, private life and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure. I didn't want to do the show just because it was so emotional. Plus we was not seeing each other for 6 weeks and was not practicing, blah, blah, blah. So I wasn't sure if we should do the show. I didn't want to do last shows and look bad, So I tried to substitute to find someone else to do it and I couldn't find. But then I thought, okay, let's go for it. So we practiced just maybe 1 day before. And funnily enough, it was very good 2 shows. As a performance, was very good. Somehow a human being can do when we can mobilize all the energies and actually you can do the job. We just cannot get into that level like instantly. But yeah, it was very good.
Did you ever want to quit dancing because of a partner?
No, I never had this.
If one of your ex-partners invite you to dance again for one last show, who would you choose?
I will skip that question because I don't want to be disrespectful to the rest. So
It's your right, absolutely, to say it wherever.
But I just say, actually, if I look at performances as a shows, not competitions, as a shows, I am lucky, we are lucky because of our creativity, but mostly I would say creativity of most of shows been done with Espen Salberg and Viktor Nikovsky. So these two coaches, most of shows done with Espen, but some shows we done with Viktor Nikovsky as well. And actually some period of time with some partner are mostly done with Viktor and some mostly done with Espen because they are extremely creative and we was lucky with and creativity. And actually, and what is very, very interesting, my creativity, when I was putting my own input, my own feeling, how I would like, most of the time my creativity was blossom and become even more next to them. Not on my own.
They was like stimulates you actually.
Just to be around.
Yeah.
Somehow some people open up.
They have vibration into
yes.
the...
So I wouldn't say I'm not creative on myself, but not on that level, like next to them.
Wow.
So next to them was always more creative myself, but plus their creativity. So I would take all my partners. I loved every show with all my partners. There would be not even one number which I would not like it, because I always had a very good music. Again, it's most of it was choice of or Espen or Viktor. Some choices was ours, like a gypsy number with Anna, it was our choice. The Connie with Karina was our choice. All the like a tango numbers, it was Espen numbers. So, and there were some friends like this cha-cha with Elena was fantastic cha-cha. To dance the cha-cha, it was always easy, even if we didn't practice, and we always had crowd for that cha-cha. Jason Roditis gave me as a present the cha-cha. So I was lucky with the good music and good choreography from our teachers, coaches. So I loved every show. So I would do any of that show.
Did you ever feel betrayed by someone you inner circle?
Yes.
What's something you never said publicly about your partnerships?
I never spot.
Never say it publicly
about those fights. Like today, the situation is on, and there was all that. There was with Joanna when I was physical too. I would never like a hit, but I did grab and like hold, so I would not be beaten, because Joanna legs, she's like a Bruce Lee and like a Catwoman. Her legs can come from any side. You don't know where it come from. So you're like a wrestler. You just grab and hold. Doesn't matter, is it on the floor or it's on the wall or it's on the chair. I just grab and hold because you don't want to be beaten, And at the same time, same things was with Karina. There was a physical situation too. It's kind of funny now, but it's not funny. And guys, please don't do it. It's really not masculine and it's a bad behavior. Terrible. I'm not proud of that for sure.
Which, if you take it because it's, okay, I experience you as a drama. Which partnership was the most difficult emotionally for you?
Karina. Well, Anna too, but Anna is only 1 year, Karina is 5, so this is the difference.
Okay.
But yeah, it was difficult, yeah.
Partnership was the most powerful artistically.
Yeah, again, I would say with Karina because it was longer. And as well with Karina, we was kind of lucky. Because when Karina danced before me, with Louis Van Amstel, her coaches was Shirley Ballas and Rudver made some period of their career together. Then in the end, more Shirley Ballas and Corky Ballas, I believe. And with Paul Killick, I think Paul Killick was the coach. I don't know, they had teachers. But anyway, when we start dance together, we start work with Espen together. Karina never worked with him before, me too. With Donnie Burns, we started together. And Ralph Lepine. So we start to really learn and dig in more in technical, like Latino details more, and we start to learn together. So we was learning the same things and started together, and we was developing during those 5 years. So it was kind of a deeper, and as well to create all different like shows and travel. It was just those 5 years.
Were you ever in love with your partner? With the partner?
Yeah, of course.
With all of them?
Well, like with Joanna, our relationship was not involved at all. With Karina, we was in relationship before 1.5 years before we started dance together. So our idea was we was dating, but we had no plans to dance together. Situation happened like that, so that we get into partnership. But after, I don't know, I can't remember now how long we was able to keep relationship, and then we split. Most of years, the time of our partnership, we was not in relationship. That's what I remember, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, our memory is like selective.
Yeah, so I can remember how long we was still privately involved, but it was again on and off. Because of the practices, we started even more have problems. So in the end, we split and finalized that decision. With Elena as well, relationship starts first, and then the dancing come in. And the kind of relationship stopped when we stopped dancing together. It was a little bit already colder for the last some months before. Again, more coming from me, not from her. She was a very nice human being and very honest all the time because she's just an amazing person. And yeah, it was more me and my decision and everything. It's been that private and all the dancing. With Hannah, we never involved privately, but we was very good friends. With Anna as well, started from relationship, and there was in the beginning was no plans dance together, and then my situation with Hannah, when I start to feel maybe this is not the right things, maybe we're not suitable for each other. When I start to think like that, then Anna start to complain something about Stefano, whatever it was true or not true. And it started to play some game in my head. So I thought if she's not satisfied with her partnership, I'm not satisfied. Why not? So why don't we try? And it's led to the partnership. And again, in the end, it's very obvious, big drama, which been even put it on a camera and stuff. So, yeah.
Interesting. What's the most unfair thing someone said about you during your career?
Unfair? Oh. I don't know. To be honest, I really
Never been busy with stuff.
busy with their rumors. Not, I have, to be honest, no clue. Or I just don't remember. No.
Yeah.
One thing. Because there was a lot of criticism that, especially me and Karina, that it was not showing up for some events or canceling some events, blaming us. But there was so many events when there was organizers was fault, or they sent our invitation to make a visa too late, and that would be not possible. But we took the blame for not showing up for the event, for example. So there was this kind of things, but we always been blamed much more than it was actually reality. There was some situation when we couldn't fulfill the appointments and stuff. There was some health issue because Karina had new operation. We had to pull out from some stuff. 1 year later, I had a new operation. We had to pull out some stuff. Or during the comp, we had, again, because Karina didn't recover very well, she had some problem, we had to pull out from. So there was some issues, health reasons, true. Some visa situation because Karina didn't have the visa. I had to have visa to every bloody country. It's not like now Schengen, one visa for the whole Europe, right? At that time, or now with Ukrainian passport, I don't need visa to Schengen. For example, easier. Or to go Hong Kong without the visa. Before, need visa everywhere. So there was some situation with that.
So sometimes organization.
But we took the blame. 1000% we was guilty in that. Doesn't matter that or
some organizations late the invitations and everything.
But we was blamed. But this is, I would say, yes.
Next question. If there were no hip problems, where would you be in your career today?
I probably for sure would not compete anymore. I'm sorry, I'm like one friend of mine say, I'm now 39-10. 39-10. That sounds even better. I'm 39-10.
Oh, that's a good one. I need to say 25-25. What was the moment you realized that your body was no longer the same?
During the COVID. I think during the COVID, I started to feel, especially in the hip, drastic change. Because before COVID, we still had performances with Karina, and actually we was still supposed to do a superstar. And that year when the COVID was, when in March COVID started,
2020.
Yes, in August we was supposed to still perform as a legends. That was the plan. But then the COVID started. But during the COVID, again, because a lazy life, more drinking, to be honest, less active, of course, and like a dancer body or any sport person's body,
muscles immediately released.
Twice, maybe triple faster it goes to what people experience by aging. Yeah, we experience much faster because sport person have to come out from the competitive or active life gradually. You still need to have some training, and even when you don't compete, I still did the shows. Plus, we regularly, let's say, teach. You stand on your legs and you move, you still show, and it's okay. During the COVID, you sit and lay down, movies, too much food, too much drinks, get fat, less accumulate the energy because you don't spend energy, so you don't accumulate the energy. And of course, body start to go bad. And if you have already a physical issue, it goes 10 times faster. So during the COVID, after COVID, I felt like after COVID, I realized now I would not be able to come out to the show. Those knee jumps or even the bamboleo, not only about the knee jumps or the kicks, it's just to survive 3-4 minutes or that our tango, which is 6 minutes plus. No way. With the fall down, roll on the floor with Karina, then get up, get her on my back, do pivots or do over my back some lift. Now, I just forget it. First of all, I cannot even bend in that bloody Kama Sutra pose. I have no idea how I'm struggling to put the socks on. Sometimes I struggle how to put the underwear. I really have to find the position, how to get into that, you know? So,
Yeah. COVID, but it is not a long time ago. It's like just 5 years.
but body start to, especially if you're already injured, body start to go bad much faster.
Did you ever hide an injury because you didn't want to see the weak? You don't look like weak.
I was never hiding on a sense not to speak out if people ask why you're limping or something. But if you say on a sense hide, didn't take care of it. Because, and this is advice to the young dancers, when you have slightest little pain or some little injury, don't wait long until it grows to the bigger problem. Go to the physiotherapist, do MRI or X-ray, do the doctor, find out and do something about it. Because the small pain what I had first time, and I remember this little pain in my groin, and I said, it's okay, it will heal by itself. And when it starts to grow and it's grown into that limitation point when you're already limping, and when you actually stop noticing that you're limping, people tells you and you're like, really? I do? So you need to look in the mirror, oh yeah, I am limping, or see the video. So don't grow and don't wait until the point. So in that sense, yes, I was hiding because I didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I could have saved it. I couldn't maybe prolong it. Maybe I could actually cure it. I don't know if I would do something.
Are you afraid of surgery?
Well, of course, I would be honest, yes, I do. But I'm at that point that I see no way not to do it. So I'm afraid, but I will go for it. And because I already done the knee operation, I know how it works. When they put you asleep, you don't realize that you're doing surgery. You just fell asleep and then you wake up and it's done. And what I hear about hip replacement, it's 45 minutes and you already wake up. And I remember it's like I had a very long, nice nap and dragged still. But then, oh, it's finished. So I'm on that sense, I know that I just hope that when I'm in sleep, that the doctor will do a good job and then I can very well recover.
Yeah. What scares you more, pain or slowing down?
Listen, pain, I'm already get used to. My injury already for 19 years. 19 years. Stage 4 is the last stage in the injury things, the level, stage 4. I have already stage 4 for the past 8-10 years. So the pain, it's been there all.
Part of your life.
The part of when you sleep, you feel the pain. When you walk, you sit, pay the pain. When you stand up, pain. When you dance, you feel. So it doesn't scare me because I'm get used to. It's not a good thing, but I do. It's just scares me, just hoping that it's going to be good recovery, that you're going to be like with new hip. That's like what my friends tells me, that they had good experience with it. They are so happy that they've done it. They always tell me, just bloody do it.
Yeah.
All my friends, they just like, we cannot wait when you're going to do it.
Be honest, how much of your identity is tied to being Slava Kryklyvyy, the dancer?
Before, I would say, me as my personality. On the floor, I was more charismatic than in life, in some period of my career. Because in life, I was at some period, I was not myself. I was much more depressed, or people sometimes misinterpret. They say that I look too dark, too depressed. But I was just like in my world, concentrating. So that exercise, visualization, what we've done with Ruth, and it was a very natural thing for me. And I could do this like in any moment. I'm standing, I'm sitting, I'm walking. And very often I just look remote to the world. And I would not participate in conversation group because I would be in my mind thinking about something. And very often people would say, oh, you're so dark. You're so, though he was always, he did this gesture, he would take the hair, his hair, put it like over a face, like grumpy, like a Chucky style, like when like I'm in a negative mood. That's how people see me. But I actually, yes, I was as well negative too, again, because of perfectionism. And sometimes I was just practicing in my head or going through my performance. Did I do right my things? But my true personality, and actually my true and real personality from the childhood, that's the way I was in kindergarten. In kindergarten, I don't know how to translate that. I was always chosen by teachers to be a main Petrushka. Petrushka is this kind of cartoon fairy tale character, which is entertainer, basically. It's who's funny, try to very, funny, bubbly, and kind of krivlyaka. This was always natural me since I was a kid. Then in my teenager time, I become too serious. And that's changed me a little bit. So in my real life, I'm on the floor, not always, but sometimes husband would come and he said in the first 2 rounds, I would be too perfectionistic. So I would be much more remote and concentrate on, let's say, my center, some technical skill, my leading or my rhythmicality, too concentrated. And he comes to me, so can you please switch on Slavic? At that time, I had no clue what he means. Then it took me, I understood he wanted this spontaneous, expressive guy, how I could be when I was not concentrating on certain things, when I could react to the music, react to the situation with Karina or with the audience, and then be in a moment. That was real me. But after I stopped competing, and I think maybe through the teaching, it helped me, because it's fun enough that most of students come to you with the problems which you had. So it's basically the life teaching you to learn your lesson. By helping to someone, you see yourself. And I'm like, bloody hell, you stupid idiot. Why you couldn't actually be that way and think that way and give yourself these advices like you do it now? And through that way of teaching and in some moment to be a little bit careless. Yes, I had some even keywords. When I realized that I get into perfectionistic me, I'm like, I would say that word, and I have this particular word. I will not say in the camera because it's a bad word, but I always say this word and I'm like, bam, upside down. And hello there.
You're good.
I'm ready. Let's rumble. So I could much easier. So when I did already performances with Karina, I was able so easy to switch off. So even in the practice, at some point, and this is my advice to the guys, don't practice only on the technical and mechanical things. Work on your artistic expression too, in relationship to the music or to your partner or be expressive, not just. And then I learned again, the teaching helped me to find out what does it mean to be Slavic, to come back to myself. So now I can easy or switch off and redirect my energy, me being perfect, like when I'm in my mind and I do something, or be in a moment and be just.
What's one thing you wish to your younger self had understood about the body?
About the body, to take care of the body. Actually, I must say, when I was younger, because I started to work out and to work my body, like physically training, when I was very young. I think when I was 11, 10. I started to swim when I was 4. Until 9 years old, I was a swimmer. I didn't dance. I started dance when I was 11, if I remember correct, quite late. So from 4 till 9, I was swimming. And about when I was 10 or 11, I started to work out because my father was always into powerlifting and bodybuilding. He was always training himself. And so I've seen him training all this. So it was natural for me to start doing it too. Plus I start to see like with Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and all this martial arts. I was so fascinated with this acrobatics and this physical ability, what they do. So first I just was mimicking, tried to do that. Then I went to the judo, I did some acrobatic stuff. So I always did. Stretching, I did all the splits, the kicks was not the problem, and I was stretching all the time. But that was not a little bit not on a healthy way. It was a little bit too much sport, too much
forcing the body.
Yes, but body is young, so I could do it. Mm-hmm. But then when I would get older, after being, and I had some micro injuries during the dance, was way before Joanna. I had in school some micro injury. I remember I strained my hip flexors, and the micro kind of these fibers, when they overstretch, become less elastic. Just a little, it creates a problem. Then the same thing I had one time with Joanna when I did the split in jive between her legs, and she fell on top of me. It pushed my body too much with the force towards my leg, and I strained the same side again. hip flexors. This is the second time. And I believe this is led into what I have now.
It's tightened.
Plus, when we was practicing, remember, Kukaracha, Rumba Walk, at that time back in Ukraine, by pushing too much force and body weight into hip joint. And I was so perfectionistic again, I took the extra bar in the gym I had about 30-40 kilos on my shoulders, on the bar, practicing my cucarachas to compress with my weight, with my full body power, plus the weights, because we thought we can develop more amplitude for the hips. Anyway, so I created this injury when I was young, because of stupidity, but stupidity because lack of knowledge. So I would advise myself not to do that way. And actually, I had to go a little bit learning about anatomy, not on a level like doctors do, physicians do, of course not that level, but at least some general understanding what I have, why do I have that. And when I start to a little bit research, plus my father is a doctor, I ask him questions, some other people, I start to more understand what I've done. So I would advise myself not to do that way.
I understand. So it is actually pointless. Next question. Do you think your body paid the price for your ambitions? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm not going to do this anymore. Please save me.
What is the hardest part mentally about feeling pain every day?
But the hardest part, not the pain. Hardest part is the limitation in movement, normal movement in life. But it's actually psychologically, it's making me very much pain and preoccupied, because I know how I was able to dance, to move, what I was able to do. And I know now, to be honest, when I do lectures, I feel shy to show it, because I know I cannot produce that quality which I could, and I cannot produce what I know, what I should produce to create an even visual effect so the guys can learn. So I have too much conscience. I'm sorry, even when I'm judging, when they announce judges and I need to walk to the stage or to the floor, and if it's a long floor and I'm very preoccupied, I pull all my knowledge and my core and everything to try to walk and limp as little as possible. And I'm thinking only about that. Don't limp, stay straight, go just calm. And then I'm just thinking how to walk, not to limp, not to look like an old man, like a duck, bouncing from side to side like I never know.
Did moving from Moscow to home feel like freedom or exile?
It's I cannot say freedom. Of course, in that situation, I don't like to touch this subject because this is unbelievable what's happening between these two nations. Just I still cannot comprehend how the people could let this happen.
What is the biggest cultural shock you had living in Italy?
Many things. It's when you speak to the Italians and what they joke about or what they complain about themselves, about their own country and about their own system. It's all true. That's why it was not easy to move to Rome. Doesn't matter from where it would be, because some things it just doesn't function because people or they don't want to do it, or take it a bit more, which is maybe is good for their kind of style of life, not to be preoccupied and take it easy. But when you need to make things happen and it's not happening, this is not easy. And all Italians know themselves. And there was this funny comedy with this famous Italian actor, big man with the big black beard. When he was going, like in one room, there was a tube. On one side is one kind of apply for one kind of papers, and another side another kind of paper. So he goes to one window. He said, I need to do this. He said, no, you need to go to that window. So okay, he goes to that, now saying that, no, you have to go to that window. I said, no, but they told me that I have to come to this window. So no, you have to go there. And then these two windows start to scream, no, not for, so it's like a ping pong all the time.
It is the Italy.
This is the Italy. And the siesta, some people are very professional and very artistic and professional. And some people take it too easy.
What changed when you become a father?
The whole thing is just so much.
Wait, brother, what changed in you when you become a father?
Way of thinking. Much more about everything. About the money, about the time, everything, because, and actually sensitivity. Yeah. Too much worry about his future, his health, and very, again, perfectionism, stupidity. I start to do a lot of breathing exercises to change my mind, not to think about negativity if something will happen. This is start to too much appears in my head automatically, and I start to push these thoughts and too much worries. Generally, because again, look what happens in our life. Our dancing war between WDSF, WDC, WC, WDO, dead person. To be honest, when Ukraine-Russia war started, all these political wars for me, it's a kindergarten. Those people who actually major players in these things, this is a kindergarten. What they do is just egoistic little shit things. Because what's happening? The Third World War already going. It's already going. And it can lead to the whole world involved. It can blow up. We all. Dancing is not going to exist because we're not going to exist. All this financial the war, because the economy is getting, some people get billions and most of people are become poor. You have always this worry, you will have enough tomorrow to provide money, enough for the family food and to pay rent and whatever for tomorrow. And if tomorrow COVID again, war and COVID, or the war when people are going to stop dancing, how are you going to live? There are so many of these things and the people, I'm not trying to make it easier, they'll try to make it more complicated. So in me, what it changed is the thinking about the family and the son. This is the thing. So it's not thinking about so much yourself. It's just the worries about what is going to be tomorrow.
Do you feel more like a Ukrainian dancer, a European dancer, or is simply a dancer without a flag?
I don't know. First of all, I do have a gypsy blood in my family. Maybe because of that. Plus, my family moved from place to place until I start to move myself and travel. Like when we moved to Lvov together, I moved to Moscow before go, I went to Moscow for 6 months, I can remember. Then I went to Lvov, then I come back to Kyiv, but I didn't live already with my parents. Then I moved to Amsterdam, then I moved to the United States, then I moved to Moscow, then I was around the world, then I go back to Moscow, then I was Hong Kong, again America, I moved back to Moscow. Now, maybe because of that and maybe because of really my gypsy blood in me, I do feel gypsy. I do proud to be Ukrainian. I still have Ukrainian passport and I feel Ukrainian. It's nothing against any other nations. Yeah, just I'm proud of where I've been born, but I am definitely a gypsy.
So the dancer of the world. What is the hardest truth you have to accept about yourself?
Some of my weaknesses. That is true. It's my weakness and I need to work on. Sometimes it's being egoistic, sometimes to be too, again, perfectionist, not how to say, to have, I forgot the word, to let you do something what you actually it's not good for you. And you still bloody hell have this weakness. Let's say in the morning you say, I'm not going to do this today. And then in the evening, you still do it. So the God sends you the impulse. Mine says, I told you not to do. I know, I want not do that. But some like
still
but I want that there is this little Slavic inside me. Maybe today, maybe start tomorrow. And when I give up to my promise to myself, I hate.
Oh, okay. If your son wants to dance, would your first reaction to pride or fear?
I honestly say that I don't want my son to dance Ballroom Dancer.
Any other dancers, no problem, yeah?
Yes, no, even the ballroom dancing to be coordinated, educated on that way, I would like him to do. I just don't want if suddenly he's become addictive and he will choose career like me to go that way. That is, I would not wish him. But if this is his natural desire, if he really, really wants that, I will not stop him. If naturally it will happen, but I'm definitely not going to push him to do it. And I'm not going to be even to introduce him to maybe we try, maybe just go. No, I will introduce him to something else. And if naturally it's something will lead him to that, then okay, maybe then it's a God wish.
What part of you or your personality people misunderstood the most?
That's when I'm thinking that I'm a negative. Or when I have a switch off facial expression on too much that I'm negative.
Clear. What's the question you hope I don't ask you today?
Because I was not ready for any questions. I was very open to anything. I knew there would be some. I know we knew you blood is so clever, and I know that you're very very because you always loved to read. Since the youngest age we know each other, I know that you read like books like
So she's still the same.
yeah. So you very. So I knew there are gonna be very tricky questions, very difficult question to answer, and some questions I didn't want to answer because I would have to put someone down. And
It's not about that.
but I know how people will feel and think if they hear them, or if I would not mention them or something. So I don't want to make anyone feel bad. But anyway, so I was not ready, and I don't know what else I can say. We spoke about so many things. So
Thank you very much for this.
I wish you would ask me, so when is the operation? And I wish to have been able to tell to myself. But I'm still waiting for the messages.
And they all the time coming to your friends.
And again, I sent the email to the doctor and I sent some X-ray and stuff, typical Italian things. And I'm already waiting for a week or more the answer, and still zero answer. So I have no clue.
Oh, wow. When are you going there to direct?
I guess so. But since traveling schedule is a little bit busy, so it makes it difficult. So when I come back from my trip, I definitely will go there and just knock on the door with my legs and
Sit with them, make it
figure out what's going on. What should I do to fast forward things?
So, thank you very much.
Oh, guys, you just have to know that we are friends for so many years. And,
That's for sure.
you know, this is the great things, even though, let's say, we're in two different organizations and we don't see each other sometimes for a year or two, but that friendship from childhood just stays. Yeah. So cherish that if you have, keep it and cherish, because we can be honest to each other always and say honest opinion, honest things, and we can be very open about anything. And it's a great thing that you have when you have friends like that. So, and we know when we're going to be old too, cows and we're still going to support each other. So I wish you to have that. Thank you very much.
Ciao.